us over.
Yep.
Alright, hello everybody. We are back with Crazy Tone Dog, not to be confused with Crazy Tone Sock, here for some Simpsons. This was a little bit of a change, but we are here. We're here with some Simpsons hit and run, which I'm super excited to see. So, Crazy, it's all yours. Take it away.
Yeah, hello FTLG Marathon. I'm Crazy Tone Dog, and today we will be running Timeskip all task, no level returns. So I will be ready to start the timer. I'll give a 5-second countdown, and as soon as I continue from new game, the timer shall start. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And we are off. This is The Simpsons Hit and Run, originally released in 2003. This is a wonderful game, and I'm very excited to show it off here. The category I will be running is Timeskip all task no level returns. So the category all task no level returns is all story missions, the 3 street races, and the 1 bonus mission of each level, and then you move on. You're not allowed to level return because you can just go to the end, get the really good cars, and return back. So that's the reason why there's no level returns, to put some aspect into it. And Timeskip, oh, we'll get into Timeskip and what that is. But hello, this is Homer. We are starting the video game. This is the introduction level. We call it Homer 1, level 1. And the first mission is that Marge noticed we ran out of miniature pies. We need to go to the Quickie Mart to get more. Homer suggests that maybe it was one of our kids who ate it. Probably Milhouse. Great way to introduce the game, with just a great dialogue line just like that. So that is the Cola Caper complete. Very easy tutorial level. That doesn't technically count as a story mission. This is technically the first story mission. It's called SMRT. Lisa forgets her science project at the house. Oh no! Homer Simpson is here to save the day. So throughout this run, I'm going to be trying to hit as many crusty glass, as many stop signs, fire hydrants, vending machines, which gives the most amount of coins. I mean, more coins than what I've listed, and boxes and alongside Wasp, because we're going to have to buy cars and costumes, which are locked behind missions that are necessary to complete the game. So throughout the entire run, I will be running into a bunch of things, especially the boxes, Vens, and Wasp. The Wasp do have quite the complication, I think is a good word to describe it. That's the end of SMRT, on to Faith of Homer. So, long story short, each Wasp you can hit with your car 2 times before you can no longer hit the Wasp with your car. Of course, hitting it with your car makes you collect all the coins instantly, which is really fast. But if you main menu warp or exit a level, which isn't allowed in this category, but so we only do main menu warps, the collision restores. There's a whole lot of complication with how the collision works, like spawning in a certain amount to get the correct actor, because there's like 3 different actors, and the last one doesn't have collision. It's complicated. It's very complicated. It's very long and interesting to get into. But anyways, on to this mission's premise. Flanders lost all his items, even his child's inhaler. What kind of monster would do this? And then Homer thinks in his head, "Oh no, I borrowed all Flanders' stuff. I need to get them back." So we're going throughout the neighborhood, picking up the items, bringing them back to Flanders. Of course, getting as many coins as we can along the way that are fast. Hitting crusty glass. Of course, leaving the inhaler on top of the duff truck, as one does. And coming up here is actually our first usage of the time skip. So this category is called time skip. So this is a time skip. Actually, I never set it up. That's so funny. Okay, we're gonna roll that back. I just was so focused on the commentary, I forgot to set up time skip. So basically, I am clicking on the window to time skip the game, so it pauses the game for a second, and we're able to clip through walls. It is really cool and awesome. We will be doing a lot more of that. There isn't that much in the first few missions. We won't be seeing a little bit until we get towards the street races era of Homer 1, which is towards the end. That was really embarrassing. I just forgot to set it up at the beginning. So, time skip is a Windows exclusive trick. If you play the game in windowed, I think only windowed? It might work otherwise, but you play the game in windowed, you pause the game, and as you unpause the game, you click on another window, and then you move your mouse to the taskbar at the top, like the blank space where it says The Simpsons gonna run. And if you click, it will freeze the game, and you can do it for like a second or two, and then your car continues to move. Also, that was the greatest Lenny push there is. Whoa, that was actually crazy. So, of course, it's a lot faster to push Lenny across the street, since we have to talk to Barney anyways. But this is Office Space, the first destruction mission. I will be looking for this beautiful ute here, and I'll be performing a trick called Badger Blast. It's quite a very entertaining trick. Let's go, we got crusty glass. We love coins. So, the objective is to destroy Mr. Burns' limo before they get to the power plant, because Homer is supposed to be at work. But I ground pound this ute, which gives it some funky collision. Funky physics, I should say. And you'll see what happens next. We're going to do the initial hit to line up to get into the strat. Guide it into the strat, and my car is already smoking. The car is not supposed to be this fragile. But for some reason, ground pounding the car before getting into it just gives it this physics. So I'm able to finish off the almost second half of the damage of Smithers' limo, Mr. Burns' limo, Smithers driving, with the explosion, which is very cool. This is the first on-foot mission. This is Blind Big Brother. We have to destroy a bunch of electric boxes because there's cameras in his office, I think. And he doesn't want people spying on him. Very simple path. You can also do this backwards using a trick called walking on air. But unfortunately I didn't prepare to set that up, the controls for it. Basically you can walk on air in this game, like just straight path on the air, as long as you use the zoom in camera button, use the second zoom in camera button that exists for some reason, and point the camera upwards. I think the game just says, hey, we can't see you, you don't exist, so you won't fall. It's quite funny. Fortunately, the trick isn't as used as you would imagine. I mean, literally floating on air across anything that you have height on. It's used a little bit in quite a bit in 100% categories where you're going around collecting stuff in places and stuff, but this is the first unskippable cutscene. Unskippable for now. Will there ever be a way to skip this cutscene? I mean, never say never, but kind of sucks it's at the very beginning of the run, but there is another unskippable cutscene about halfway through the run in level 4, which is pretty cool break, but other than these unskippable cutscenes, this game is very, how do I describe it? You don't stop, like, it's constant gameplay. Like, there isn't breaks, like, animations and stuff. During some missions, you stand there and wait to warp, like SMRT and stuff, but very fast-paced game. Also, something I haven't explained. Well, actually, I don't think I am getting ESS here, but I'll explain that when that comes. But this is FBI. There is a black van parked outside the Simpsons house. Homer is here to investigate why. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go for a freebie here. Trying to get the wasp with our car. Very low, very nice. Something else I have forgot to mention is the wasp follow a cycle that looks like that. Okay, I probably should focus on driving. And it's actually based off your computer's time, I think. Like, no matter if you pause the game, even time skipping doesn't pause the delay. Even time skipping for a long time. The way the wasps move is purely on your computer, and it moves in a sideways 8 position, and it's easier to hit the wasp when it's at the lower level. There is actually a program that you can open on the side to see the live 8, the Infinity logo Infinity, because that's a sideways 8. Okay, let's see if we can get more wasps. Okay, I am just not gonna fail. So luckily, if we are at these bottom 2 steps are on, we will be able to not fail the mission since we're in range of where the van ends up, which is right there. But that's the 5th story mission. Now we're gonna be doing some of the task. Starting off with a street race. You may notice I just picked up a very long, fast rocket car. Extremely useful vehicle. Pretty hard to use and very frustrating at times, but this is the first race we will be doing this run. The Nelson race. Located at the gas station right there. We're racing 3 other racers with a 3-lap course. Something cool here is we don't have to go all the way across the tree. We're able to hit the checkpoint before going behind the tree, so we just turn around the car before. So that's a reason. That's one of the reasons why the rocket car is hard to use. I mean, you see me hit one tiny wall. I wasn't even full gas, and it appears my car is 1 hit away from death already. So I'm gonna have to play extremely careful, make sure I don't hit any walls. But the harder part is making sure the other racers don't hit me. Because if you blow up the car, it actually is a fail condition, and you fail about after 4 seconds of your car blowing up. So unless you blow up right before the finish line on the final lap, you are screwed. Very screwed. So allow me to focus. Not hit any car. That was super close. Why does school bus gotta move like that? Okay, halfway done. Bro, this school bus is trolling. What the flip? Can that not happen? Okay, on a roller. Go by. Okay, we did not blow up the rocket car. That is amazing. Okay, that is the first street race done out of 2 more in this level. We're going to be warping the next mission, but not doing it quite yet. Just faster warp here, so we can go to the next street race, which is located right in front of the church with Lil Ralph. Hello, Lil Ralph. Ralph struggles to count sometimes. I did slam my rocket car into the wall there before going into the end, but we go through a wrench right here. There's so many wrenches scattered throughout each map, which heals your car all the way, which helps a lot. But this is the Ralph race. I will be doing another time skip, which I found actually. It's really cool. I'm a big fan of it. It's my favorite one I found. But right after this section, we go full gas, and we're supposed to go to the right through the trailer park, but if we time this correctly, nice camera, we are able to clip through that wall. The more speed you have, the easier it is to time skip through things, so that giant lineup of just a straight line makes that so much easier. Sick lamp. But that avoids us just going through a cramped trailer park, and we just go straight through. Also, I accidentally slammed into this at the end. No good. Thank you for the Geo Doc. Hello, Sam. Yeah, I need to be careful not to blow this up, because I need to make it a little bit farther so I can start the next street race, which is the, that was risky, Millhouse race, located right next to the trailer park. So if you ground pound your car, when it's 1 hit, it will begin to blow up, But since I started the street race before it blew up, it restores the health and I don't lose the coins on the ground from it, as long as I'm fast enough. But this is the final street race of Homer 1. A little 5-lap oval. Very easy, very straightforward.
It was like that when I got here.
Just focusing on my lines. This area's a little bumpy. Get pushed out of control really fast. Oh yeah, the estimate for this, I don't even know why I put 2.3. That seems pretty fair. My personal best is a 2:13.49, which is like a 2:16 real time. Of course, this game uses a loadless timer. The auto splitter is great. Also, you know what's not great? When traffic swerves into you. Dude, what's up with the school bus? It's been the school bus every time. In the first race and now just a school bus slamming into me. Okay, this is the bonus mission. This old shanty. We need to help Cletus out. This one has one of the coolest time skips in the entire run. This is like the best, like one of the most satisfying time skips, just because it despawns a terrible area of where you typically have to go through a very bumpy field. Although the time skip is pretty hard to line up, so let me focus here. Here. That timing can be very tricky, but we're able to clip out of bounds here. We're gonna drop here and respawn here. And this is supposed to be a really bumpy field, but since we clipped out of bounds, we skipped a loading trigger, so everything is completely flat. And there is nothing that can bother us. There's no barn here we have to go through. There's no tire fire anymore that we have to jump over. It's just extremely fast. And one of the biggest reasons why I think that the time skip categories are completely brutally underrated, because they are. You can do stuff like that, which is just extremely cool and just beautiful to do. If you've ever done this mission without deloading that crop field, oh, it's so much better to do without it. Just super cool. And we'll be seeing a lot more out of bounds. Don't think there'll be any more for this first level, but we completed the 3 street races and 1 bonus mission now, so now we just have to complete the rest of the story missions, and then we're out of this level. This is only the tutorial level. We're just getting started. Oh wow, I missed that drop. Oh no, I missed that drop. I just gotta roll with it. Okay. That was really bad. Not my proudest Bone Storm. I still need to get one more hit. I was gonna go for one more hit, but that last drop was gonna despawn. Something in this game about the... So this is a hit and collect mission. We hit the truck and we collect the boxes. Something that can happen in this game is the items that you leave behind are supposed to despawn, but for some reason, sometimes they don't despawn and they become invisible. So that's a really annoying thing that can happen. So leaving the drops behind can be risky because they may never return. I'm gonna have to go and get ESS. So let me explain ESS. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna show you the Electoris route. It's very cool. ESS basically, when you enter the phone booth, there's supposed to be a little animation showing your car. But if you hit the change camera button, you're able to lock the animation in, and I'm able to use it for the mission more. So the dang it. The Electoris is extremely precise to get through this door. It's not extremely precise, but you have to be pretty flat against it just to get a little bit. That was a terrible wheel cycle. Wait, what was I saying? Typically the family sedan you just reverse into the wall and you go through it. But with the Electoris you have to be more like sideways against it just to get through it, but respawning through that door saves so much time. You're supposed to race through the entire map the other way, which takes well over a minute. But luckily with that respawn, we are able to get out of Homer 1 much faster. 7-1-3. And that's the end of level 1. Now we're on to the second player we will be seeing, Bart. Good old Bart Simpson.
No problemo.
Oh, the sports car spawned over there. That's really... They just... Okay, it works.
Time to rock.
So, fun fact, the Honor Roller, which is the car you saw parked in the lot, is actually the slowest car compared to the traffic cars in this level. Every other single traffic car in this level is legitimately faster than the Honor Roller. So, the fastest car being the one I'm in right now, the sports car. So we always aim for this. Very nice to drive,
Whoa.
very fast.
Smell you later, Stinky Gator. Nobody does it better.
So we'll always be aiming for the sports car whenever we need to.
Too late.
That's 2-1. That's Skinner following us.
Speed ahead. Off for
And now we're going to go straight into the bonus mission, since it's right here.
I need your car.
Hopefully I can show off this time skip. This time skip's pretty hard to perform.
Find a
But
place.
consists of driving into this wall,
Hope this is enough.
beautiful,
Careful.
and then respawning over here. You can do the same thing through this wall, but it's much harder going this way. I can try showing it off on the way back, but that skips like the little train section I went through on the way for 2-1. Anyways, this is the bonus mission. Grandpa needs blood for whatever reason. Mo gives us goat blood. Okie dokie.
Children weren't meant to
On to get more blood.
exercise. I blame his computer navigation system. Whoa, wicked. Mine. All mine.
Squeaky Voice Teen has some blood for whatever reason. Now we have enough blood to take back to Grandpa. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this time skip on the way back. This one is a lot harder. Okay, let's see. Yo, I got it! Let's go! So, same thing on the way back. Skip the train yard area. And just respawn on this side. Time skip is a beautiful thing. Big fan of it. So, parking behind that tree will cause our car not to despawn. Because if you park your car close to the end of the mission, your car will despawn after talking to the player.
Just give me all I'm gonna get.
Okay, on to Weapons of Mass Delinquency, the second story mission.
Let's roll.
I could have done the same
Energy.
time skip lineup, but I'm coming from this angle.
Sugar.
I'm just not going to. I'm going to show you what we've missed during the bonus mission. Just basically going around here.
I remember these being
Not the biggest time save, but time save nonetheless. Going this way also gives you 5 coins from a crusty glass, and possibly other stuff you can hit. Let's go talk to Otto. We love Otto. Shout out to Group Otto. Shout out to Group Mo. We love Mo. Once again, going into the Mo's Tavern to get something in that same corner.
so tired.
But this mission is driving to everyone, getting out your car, talking to them, picking up fireworks. Where are we going?
One dozen.
There's a cool time skip here to skip the highway spiral here. This one's pretty tricky and traffic can get in the way.
So many video
No
games.
traffic car there. Nice. We got the super speedy variation. Wait, can I get like super speedy from this? Wait, this is insanely silly. That would have been so funny if I got super speedy for this. Even though it does respawn. Yeah, everything's deloaded because we skipped the trigger that's located inside the tunnel, I'm pretty sure. So everything loads in back in once we have to escape Wiggum. Luckily, Wiggum is done. We go on the other side of the road, Wiggum gets lost.
I didn't do it. Hey, drop it.
More beautiful time skips coming up. This is Vox. Pretty straightforward mission, but we're able to skip the spiral going the other way. Incredible taxi park, but I still got the Wasp. We do it here.
Oh, now come on.
Now I'm gonna show off something cool that isn't practical, but if you respawn over here and go towards the middle, I'm hitting the staircase right now. This area actually all stays deloaded. You're able to skip a load area, which is, just allows you to drive straight to the finish line, which is pretty cool. Everything is still deloaded. See if we can get a sports car. But yeah, you're able to keep this area deloaded despite I don't know why that happens. I don't know. I just found that like in a run I did like 3 months ago or something. I'm like, huh, that's pretty neat. Okay, this is Barton Frink. Here, I'm gonna go for holy speed. That was the craziest speed there was. What the flip? I'm gonna go grab this wrench. Flip it. Let's go for dirt jump on 46 FPS. Never mind. I did the push. I think I did the push way too well. Dude, this man is zooming. I'm not. It's gonna turn left because I'm not near it enough. Probably. Wow. That push was crazy though. Oh, it turned right. How was I close enough? I'm pretty sure the van only turns right if you're close enough by the elevator area. I guess I was barely close enough. But yeah, another follow mission. This one had an exciting possible dirt jump, which is very hard to do on the FPS of my choice. But as the van's going, Cleft and Wasp. Something I haven't mentioned is the rubber banding of this game. So I want the green bar to be as filled as possible, or the van to go as fast as possible. Although if you get out your car, it goes very fast still, like 90%. So oops. Let's see if we can set this time skip. Nice. This one, like, I'm convinced I don't know if it does save time, but it's cool as flip to just go underneath the highway compared to driving around. There's another time skip we can do here that's very risky and I have not practiced at all, but it consists of driving to the left down to the DMV to respawn at like the blue stair area. It's pretty risky though, so we're just gonna do this as norm. Drive around this highway and jump off to the side to get to the end. Beautiful. Very good highway jump. We like to see it. That was ugly. But yeah, that's the end of Barn Frink. The snake never ever gets close, just because I am so fast at the video game. Now immediately after this mission, we're gonna go back into our car and drive back to this Krusty Burger to do the street race. Now this street race has an, I want to say out of bounds. I guess it is out of bounds, just in the inner circle, which you don't even need time skip for. If you just respawn your car closest to there, you're able to spawn in the inside, and you're able to hit every checkpoint on the outside from the inside, which is super cool. Careful not to go back inbounds. Not a big deal if we do, we just have to do that respawn again. But yeah, driving in the inner circle is super cool and fast. One more lap of this. Nice. Nice.
Good work.
And that is the race. Now we're gonna warp to Better Than Beef, but we will not be doing it, because you may notice Nelson's standing over there with the street race sign. I can try doing a cool time skip for this mission, for this race. It's not super practical, but it's kind of cool. It's hard to hit though. See. Oh no, that was a bad hit. I was not thinking. Oopsie. So, okay, you're able to drive in the inner circle here. Let's see if I can somehow actually hit it. No, it's hard. But I guess it can make your lines tighter since you're going in a smaller circle and still hitting the checkpoints from the inside. There's a race pretty similar to this race in level 5, which uses the same map, where you go there, so I can drive it inside here, and there's a fancy respawn you can do, which is pretty cool. So I'll be trying to show that off. But yeah, this race is just another circle. Street races be circles sometimes, just complicated circles. We're on the final lap. Also in this street race, some of the AI cars tend to, right in this location, become soft locked and just drive in circles forever. It's kind of interesting.
And the crowd goes wild.
Kind of interesting.
Time for some road game. Bart Simpson style.
Okay, immediately after, another street race, so we did the bonus mission right at the beginning, and this is the final street race. So after this, we'll only have to do the remaining story missions.
Oh, bull flop. What's my name?
The street race is no laps, we're just racing 3 other racers, which we absolutely just fly past them
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
in the first lap, in the first turn, in the tunnel. As long as you know what lines to take, I mean, very hard to lose any races up until, I say, the Ralph race in level 3 coming up. That race can be very tricky. A race you can also get beat up in is the Nelson race in the next level. But one of the hardest races in the game, in my opinion, is the Frink race. One slip up, and Frink's gonna pass you. That will be coming up in level 4. I'll be sure to complain, maybe. Anyways, better than beef time. Oops.
Hey there, Mr. Slap. You got it.
This is the first mission we'll be using the Cletus truck. It's not a great vehicle. It's not even good. It's kind of a bad vehicle. I mean, we unlocked it after doing the first bonus mission in level 1. Stats are not good. The acceleration's trash. The top speed's bad. Just not a good car. And we'll be using it again in the run. Because it's forced in this mission. And the mission later in. We gotta deal with it though. Just gotta deal with it. Just going around town, picking up some roadkill, Cletus activities.
Lisa did it.
That's a whoa. That was just turned 23 on the timer on the pickup. I don't know if I've ever done it that fast in my life. That was kind of wicked. Do you know what wasn't wicked? Me slamming into that wall and losing my speed. In a car like this, you do not want to lose your speed. The acceleration's just not there. Also, something I have not mentioned yet is the camera flick back. So you may notice me flicking the camera back, looking backwards for a split second. The reason is because it despawns the traffic in front of you. Because if you don't look at them, they disappear. It makes sense. So, also doing it, you can spawn traffic in front of you like that and that. So you have to be careful with it. It's a double-edged sword. There's pretty standardized setups for where you should do it. Okay, this is the first main menu warp I will be doing in the run. Of course, earlier explaining the reason why we are main menu warping is because we are able to get 2 more wasps with our car. Which this next mission has a lot of wasps that we can possibly hit with our car. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go for Dr. Nick-a-Push. A forbidden strat. And I was going at an awkward speed where they dive away. Hey, I gave it a shot. I'm pretty sure you have to go faster than that, but it's such an insanely hard strat that barely saves time, if any. Like, you have to... First off, you have to do it extremely well to save time. And it's just insanely precise to do, especially with the honor roller. But this is Monkey See, Monkey Do. We gotta buy the Mr. Plow for 200 coins. That's the first freebie we got. Very nice. Ow. We have plenty of opportunities to hit other wasps in this path to get the 25 points from them. Coming up next is my favorite trick in part 1, the Canadian bounce. That was not a good Canadian bounce, I swerved out a bit, but we love a good Canadian bounce, of course. Shout out to all the Canadians doing the Canadian bounce in the speedrun. Shout out to the non-Canadians. Even if you're not Canadian, you can do the Canadian bounce, and that's why we love the trick. Just bouncing off that wall. It'd be cool. That box. Collect the monkey and respawn. My hit rate meter's a little bit high, but we should be fine. Okay, that was very good, turning the truck. Also, the truck is slowly lowering down. Kind of funny. My hammer meter is blinking now. Got the car to get the wasp. Nice. Yeah, now I'm like 1 or 2 hits away from hit and run, so I have to be sure not to hit any object, any pedestrian, any car, any box. Well, this is an issue. Yes, they ran away. That was not very fast, but it was kind of funny. Let's go, let's get the card. The AM radio toy. Let's go. But yeah, that's Monkey See, Monkey Do. Very interesting mission. Oh yeah, I should explain the lore a little bit. I think we need a blender to start this mission for whatever reason. To get access to Truckosaurus. But now this is sellouts. We have to destroy every cell phone user's car because they're interfering the signal. Imagine in modern day we had to destroy every cell phone user's car in the area. We just have to destroy the entirety of Springfield at that point. Also, don't text and drive. Bad. But this mission is very difficult. One of the trickier missions to complete fast. There's 4 cars. The first one's very easy. Second car hit was bad as flip. And it's gonna get away. Well, that's not ideal. This is an interesting backup. Okie dokie. Very... trying to think of a word. Very unorthodox? That is not like a known thing to do, and it wasn't even that fast. Okay. Oh wow, that didn't destroy it. So, now on to the 4th car.
Eat my dust eaters.
People can do this mission 30 seconds faster than what I'm doing right now. But this kind of sucks. Also, I pushed the sellouts car into blocked traffic. No, please. Oh, the Shrats? The car bomb Shrats? Ain't no way. What the flip? That was goofy as flip. If it works, it works, and it gave me some coins. But my hand run meter is pretty high. Unable to despawn that car, unfortunately. What's the point? But coming up here is the end of the mission and the first cutscene skip of the run. If we pause the game before the cutscene is realized the trigger, which is a few frames. Also, why'd that pedestrian disappear? As long as we pause the game. Are you kidding me? What? Oh my god, I missed it. Flip! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I missed the cutscene skip. That sucks. So, the lower the FPS, the easier it is to get the cutscene skip, and yeah, I'm playing on like one of the lowest FPS anyone runs on this game, 46, and I missed the cutscene skip. Man, I tried so hard for it too. How did I not get that? But yeah,
Yes, everybody to the ball.
typically we're able to skip this 55-second cutscene if we pause on at the right time, but I was pausing too slow apparently. Oh well. But that concludes level 2, starring Bart. Now Bart has disappeared. Oh no! It's up to Lisa to help figure out where Bart has gone, which is the next level. Level 3, starring Lisa. Bart Simpson disappeared in a bright light. Time to find him.
I need to find
Lisa has a bunch of time skips, especially this first one. Oh, there's a parked car there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna restart the mission so the car despawn. Did I? Does it? Is it supposed to?
Hello, Springfield.
I think I literally got unlucky twice. What? That's crazy, but we're able to time skip into this purple wall, so when we time it correctly. Okay, I'm having a tough time. The Bart 1 cutscene really screwed me over, huh? It was a pretty cool cutscene, to be fair. Okay. Can we time skip through this wall? There you go. Now that's why I wanted to show off. We can do that multiple times in in this level, since we have to go this path multiple times in the run. Whee! But this next time skip saves so much time compared to driving on the way back. It's very hard to hit as well. That was too early, I admit it. Slightly too early on the time skip there. Some time skips, especially when we're in a car that isn't that fast, it's very hard to time when to actually time skip. That should be good, yep. So now, except for driving on the area we did there, we're able to clip out of bounds in the center of the map and just drive straight to where the android's dungeon is and respawn. Very beautiful. This game is busted. Now we're able to run over to our car in deloaded land, and everything shall respawn here. Now we're on to the first street race of level 3, Nelson Race. You may have noticed every level has a Nelson race, a Ralph race, and a Millhouse race. Except for one level. The final level switches it up. But yeah, you'll see that when you'll see that. This is the first street race we'll be doing. You may notice there is a skill issue. Bart 1 cutscene skip really screwed me over, huh? What? I'm blaming this on Bart 1 cutscene skip. I should not have missed that. There's no reason to miss the Bart 1 cutscene skip with the frames per second I play on, but this race can be really annoying because there's a plus in the course, so we have to run through there and we have to drive through back, and other racers can slam us and bump into us going either way, which makes this quite frustrating at points, I must admit. But yeah, you can lose a lot of time from another racer just pushing you down a wrong path or just pushing you into the wall. That was pretty close. If you looked on the minimap, that racer got pretty close to hitting me. And that's an example of why this race can be annoying. It's like sometimes you have to make the decision to slow down or just hope that you're fast enough. That was one where I was ever so slightly not fast enough. I'm in second place. Wait, March is right here. I need to focus up here. There's a race I'm gonna fail in Lisa. I wouldn't imagine it being this one. I would imagine it being the Ralph race at the Krusty Loo, but so we don't get slammed into here, we are fine and we win the race.
Easy as pie. The number, that is.
Okay, immediately after that street race, the bonus mission is located right here, which this bonus mission isn't the most entertaining bonus mission when you're just doing it regular style, no time skip, but after the first item, there's a time skip to get to each next location, which makes this bonus mission so much more fun in this category. That was annoying. 46. That was not time skip. That was 46. Okay, here's the first time skip.
Stars will change your mind.
Boom.
All right.
Respawn up here by the Krusty Burger.
Even your speed disgusts me.
Yes, mother.
I need Principal Skinner. I can't help you anymore.
Then we can go back to the first time skip we did in this level.
I apologize for the
Pretty tricky timing. Got it.
I promise this next stop will be the
Nice.
Sweet forward momentum. I hope these aren't
Nice.
recyclable.
I mean, every time you do these time skips, you save so much amount of time of driving. It's wonderful. Fun fact about this mission,
Thinks he can drive fast.
for some reason,
Yes, mother.
once you pick up that item, you don't have to return to this car, but throughout the entire rest of this mission... Oh, I thought that was too early. Oh my god.
There.
Easy as pie.
No, this mission felt weird. I don't know why. I
Millhouse.
forgot how short it was.
Lisa Simpson at your service. Could you come
Grab
get me?
ESS here so I can skip the next camera pan in. But this is clueless. I think I was thinking like this part was a part of this mission, but once again we can go for this time skip here. Oh, too late. Okay, I'm gonna show you what not doing that time skip what we skipped. Basically we skipped going down the staircase, turning to the right, and dropping down here, so not the biggest time save, but you're able to do it like 4 times throughout the run, so definitely adds up. Anyways, we're making our way to Planet Hype, which we passed in the first mission. Awesome, some coins we can get down here on the beach. Why not? Respawn up by Millhouse. And now we have to make our way to the Springfield sign, which we're able to do the same exact time skip we did in the first mission, but this time we're going to be directed towards the sign, which is way off to the left here. This one saves a ton of time compared to navigating the rest of the boardwalk.
I need speed. More speed.
Yada yada. All the stuff in front of me is what we typically do. And I parked too close, so my car despawned. That's clueless complete. Now we're actually going back to where the game intends you to come from, to talk to Millhouse at that sign, to do the Ralph race.
My hair. Not the car. This
Okay, my car is very damaged, so what I'm able to do is just restart mission, and it heals the car, which is a great trick. This is the race I was talking about for the entire run. This is a pretty tricky race.
So this is what it feels like to fall behind.
Okay. Race sucks.
What?
I want a lead after that turn, and I just drove terribly. Just,
You should study math
okay, here we go.
more. This is just
You get a tight line like that to get past these racers. There you have it. Now I am past Canonero. Will be right behind us the entire time. Marge drives extremely well and fast up until we're out of the boardwalk, but still, they're here for no good. This race is annoying, and you have to focus very much on it. Once we're out the boardwalk, Marge tends to get slided off to the side, you know, not take the cleanest line, so it's always way better to have the lead at the front, at the first part of the run. Man, it's hard to talk when, you know, this race is just difficult. It's better to have an early lead than risk losing, because Marge can drive well, and when that happens, you can get upset very much. Thank you for all the GLs, Sid and Sino. And now on to Bonfire. This is a mission, another hit and collect mission. what I'm gonna try to do is manipulate the traffic so it's better for me to push Cletus into a strategized area. Push that traffic car out the way, and easy. I do quite the e-brake boost there because if I go low enough, since I'm on such low FPS, Cletus can quite literally start driving through my car, and that's no fun.
This is not good for my insurance.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was not paying attention. I got the 15th to drop, and I'm just still trying to hit it because I wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, that's a really cool strat. Saves quite a bit of time. Oh! I got like drifted off to the side. That was kind of cool. Speaking about cool, once we complete this mission after talking to Frink, we will be purchasing the outfit Cool, because it's kind of necessary. You need Cool to start the 5th mission, Slithering. And to start this mission, we actually do need the school bus located at Camp Krusty, which is conveniently located right next to the observatory. Give me that fish fan, give me that fish fan. We love fish fan. Fish fan's very easy to get over the rocks to get the coins. Although in all tasks, I don't think it's worth optimally to get these coins. I mean, I'm just gonna be safe and hop over these rocks and get the coins. I mean, knowing the fish fan can, you know I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it.
Do we have time for a donation or two?
Absolutely. I will be destroying these chase-a-dance.
Well, I am not doing it in a voice, but we have a donation from Ralph Wiggle, son of the Chief Wiggum. Mrs. Crabapple and Principal Skinner were in the closet making babies, and I saw one of the babies, and the baby looked at me. And for some reason, I can hear that in his voice, and it's honestly terrifying. Thank you, Ralph. And Sino with a $30 donation with a message of good luck. Thank you very much. And just a reminder, any donations that we receive during the marathon go directly to the Trevor Project, and anybody who donates will get entered into a drawing for one of three $50 Australian dollar gift cards to Quacka Mouse Pants.
Thank you very much for the donations. That was a beautiful second card destruction. Very optimal strat to get the turnaround. As we head on to the final chase down we have to destroy. Gonna line it up. Clean, very fast. I mean, the school bus can just do so much damage, so fast. Anyways, on to Slithering. This mission sucks. I'm just gonna be straightforward. It sucks. But Ashley, I have to explain this, Ashley. So, something really cool about Timeskip is you can't get 2-cycled and you can decide when drops drop. Because when you're Timeskip, the timer of the drop still goes. So typically, in these follow and collect missions, there's a spot where a 5-second timer will start for when the drop can happen, and for the third drop, there's a bridge that we don't want Snake to... No way, don't fail. There's a bridge we don't want Snake to cross because it loses a lot of time driving back. But if we use the time skip function, the time still goes, so if I time skip here for a good 3 seconds, it will lower it. I'm going for the out of bounds. That was the worst attempt at out of bounds. There's a cool out of bounds you can do there, which is extremely hard to actually save time doing, but it might not even save time actually because of time skip, because we can just do this time skip. But imagine if time skip wasn't a thing. The out of bounds there is pretty... Are you kidding me? I don't like this time skip. I've never liked this time skip, Ashley. Okay. I legitimately might fail this mission if I don't get it here. There you go. I was just doing it too late. But yeah. Later in the next level, there's a possibility in the main game where you can get 2-cycled, which the car has to take the entire path just to drop the drop again. And it loses so much time. But luckily, with Timeskip, you can just pause the car but continue the timer of the drop, which is a big help. Clean. So what I did there is I pushed Millhouse along with me to get the box. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. This is the boat race. Let me tell you, this ramp coming up can be really annoying. It just feels completely random how the physics work, and if you get enough height to make it on the boat. Thank goodness you don't have to make it on the boat every lap, because there's no checkpoint up here. Also, the boat has terrible collision to drive on. As you notice, I slammed into nothing. Just one little small pixel, like ledge. You know how it goes. But it's a cool concept. Race around, jump over a boat. Luckily, I'm getting a good launch. We like when we get a good launch. But yeah, another straightforward street race. This one has no other racers, it's just a time limit. Not really much we can do to save time. Oh my goodness, I barely made that. It's very upsetting when you don't make the jump on top of the boat, because you have to drive this path backwards around. And if you do it like twice, you may even fail from time. If you don't make it on the boat like 3 times, that's like almost a guaranteed fail. I feel like this is just an issue on lower FPS, but I don't know. So that's the boat race. So we did the 3 straight races and the bonus mission. So now it's time to close out the rest of the story missions, which will only have 2 more. This one being Fishy Deals. A very straightforward mission. Kind of relaxing, but you still do have to focus on your lines, you know. Yes, it's a pretty easy mission. You just drive around collecting fish, but that doesn't mean sit back and chill. You gotta focus on your lines. It's very easy to sit back and lose a bunch of time just from not focusing. Collecting the fish. This next fish we pick up has quite the voice line Lisa says afterwards. Freedom. Very memed on voice line in the game. We do love shouting freedom though. But yeah. This is kind of a cool intermission coming up to the next mission, which is a destruction mission. Fun fact, every final mission in this game for the last level is either contains a race or a destruction mission. So we'll be destroying a limo coming up. No! I respawned too early. I'm pretty sure my game stuttered. Wow. I was supposed to pick up that fish and then respawn, then drive to the phone booth, obviously. But I respawned too early. That's a really funny mistake, but very painful. Another example of kind of not paying attention. Actually, I don't want the plow king. Thank you very much. Okay, this is Old Pirate and the Sea. We're in the school bus and we're going to destroy a limo. So what I do in this mission is I get on the back left side of the limo and then push it into position to slam against that wall. I did not push it enough to straighten it, so that was my fault. You also may have saw me pause and pause there, because if I don't do that, the limo actually takes a lot longer to start driving. I did the same thing at the start of FBI, so the van starts driving faster. But that strat's pretty cool. But there's even a cooler strat to do, where you direct the limo into that phone booth behind where you saw, and you spawn in the Mr. Plow, and you're able to destroy it almost instantly with the 1 more ground pound after. Nah. So this is boat jump with the school bus. It's quite interesting. I'm gonna give it quite a few attempts because it's pretty cool, but you can get this giant bus on top of the boat. There you go! Second try. There you have it. So, the reason why this works, you might be like, what the flip? Why is the school bus on top of the boat like that? How did you get up there? There's basically a respawn point. Also, you get a nice freebie if you spawn the wasp sprinkler correctly from doing that. So basically, on the edge of the boat everywhere, there's a respawn trigger for if your character, like when you're on top of the boat on foot, if you fall off, it's supposed to spawn you up there. But if you hit that pole and the school bus gets enough height, or some other cars can also do it, hitting a different pole, you are able to hit the same trigger, and it spawns your car up on there, which is very cool. So I was able to get the boxes in the back and the wasp by the crane. But that was the end of level 3. Now we are on to level 4. This is Marge's level. Same exact map layout as Homer 1, other than Burns Mansion's now open to drive through completely. No small detail. But this is the first mission, or a few more donuts. I'm going to be trying to attempt a pretty difficult strat of trapping this donut truck behind this blue house right in front of me. Not quite. So I'm going to be going for the backup now. That is a garbage truck in the way, kinda. Oh, that's so tough. I might be able to still back this up. Nah, this is garbage. Wait, no, I got it. No, I don't. Oh, no. Is it so? Oh, I thought it was to keep driving in circles. Not getting this strat loses so much time. Luckily, I'm able to get it stuck at this tree, I guess. I mean, this is working, I guess. Sure. That didn't count. Wah. That could have been a lot worse. We could have seen ourselves all the way by the school, or even Stonecutters, if we kept letting that donut truck go. The idea is to stop it, because the reason why we stop it is because we have to go back to the Lord Lads to finish the mission off. On to another Cletus mission. We will not be driving the Cletus truck, but we're going to have to be following it. Now this Cletus truck can drive terribly, let me tell you. Terribly. No good. It can drive into walls. It can drive into other cars. I got that freebie? Wait, no I didn't. I'm like, that was weird. But yeah. Something you may notice me doing is also flicking my camera back, not necessarily for despawning traffic, although kind of for the entrance of the barn, but for some reason, the AI vehicles in this game drive better when your camera's facing backwards or you flick backwards. Don't ask me. The Simpsons Hit and Run is a video game. That's all I gotta say. Ouch.
I'll do my best.
We don't talk about that. I did not fail 4-2. I don't know what you're talking about. I can get this wasp now. I still missed it. Wham. Honestly, I'm gonna be straightforward. I don't know how wasp collisions work for Marge at all. Like, what to spawn, because I'm pretty sure I spawned in a barn wasp. It's pretty difficult, man. Okay, this time, let's not try going through the wheel jump of doom. We don't want that. Are you, what the flip? Okay, this game, I love The Simpsons Hit and Run as a kid. I still love The Simpsons Hit and Run. Okay. This mission, you can fail quite easily. That's all I'm gonna say. Not really. It's like a mission where you shouldn't fail, but it's easy if you're not paying attention. Okay. I don't know what's happening with me. What is going on? I am straight up goofy. Okie dokie, I don't know what to say. Don't know how I'm playing this bad.
Sure hope no one saw that.
Anyways, throughout this mission, of course, doing the same old, picking up a bunch of coins as we wait for the drops to drop. I did not miss you, Kearney. That was quite literally a direct hit. My hammer meter is very high. This is the first level that introduces the second hit and run car, if you get hit and run. Compared to the first 3 levels where there's only one. Oh my god.
Where to next, video game?
That was close.
I'm sorry. I hope this isn't stealing.
Also, the routing for Marge is, you do up to the 5th story mission, and then you do the, bonus mission, then 3 straight races back to back to back, because it's a really fast route. Okay, on to catch-up logic. This is a fun mission. No, this is the other mission where you drive the Cletus truck, but I enjoy this one a lot better than Beef. There's a really cool trick you can do to pick up the last 18th packet. Most of the time you're supposed to build up more speed by going off to the side to pick up the last packet, but if you get the correct speed boost after turning right into the 18th packet, you are able to straight up get enough speed to make the jump to get it. So I'm gonna be trying to show that off. But yeah, this mission's pretty straightforward. Use the Cletus truck, pick up a bunch of ketchup packets because Cletus needs it for the winter coming up, obviously. But here we go. So it all starts with how much speed I can get here. Then the turning. I got the speed boost. Let's go! We got it! We didn't have to turn left. That is pretty tricky to do, not gonna lie. And here is a fun time skip that's really hard to hit. Let's see if we're able to hit it. No! I think I had to be slightly more to the right, possibly. That is one of the hardest time skips in my opinion to hit. Because you're not gonna have that much speed with this Cletus truck, so it's pretty tricky. Also, traffic can interact and block you there if you don't know what you're doing. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really looked into the traffic despawns in that area, so it is what it is.
I was a slow driver. It was an accident.
Nice.
Oh no! Now about
T-pose. That is ketchup logic. I'm very happy I got the
I need more step aerobics classes.
right turn. That's beautiful.
Sexy.
Okay, on to Return of the Nearly Dead. One of the shortest missions in the game.
Ooh.
I think technically the Colo Caper is shorter, but that's not a story mission, that's like a tutorial mission. Of course, the tutorial mission is going to be super short. Go for this. No, wait. Oh, I almost saved it. I probably can just time skip into that wall. I know I can even clip through that wall in 46 sometimes, but it's kind of tricky. Don't fail. Don't fail. Now it's kind of close. I played it a little risky. No! Flip! I accidentally went. No! Flip! I accidentally went into the car twice. When that happens, just the way the car works is if you're anywhere near it, it prioritizes it for whatever reason. So you have to make sure you're not able to get into the car while talking to Grandpa. That can just happen sometimes. It's quite funny. Bingo. Anyways, this is Wolves Stole My Pills. It's definitely one of the most... What word can I use to describe this mission? I gotta think of a good word for this mission. Definitely one of the most aggravating. Nah, that's not a good word, but it can be aggravating. So we're following around, picking up this chase sedan. Drops, which is Grandpa's medicine. The reason why this mission can be aggravating is because the chase sedan has the possibility of getting soft locked. If he gets like pushed too off the road here, he'll drive in circles forever. But the main spot where they can get stuck at is around this bridge area. They can just drive sideways into the wall over and over again. It can be very annoying. Something else that can be annoying in this mission is a 2-cycle, which I was explaining a little bit earlier. But since we have time skip, we're able to freeze the position of the car, so there's no way that we are getting 2-cycled, since once they reach the zone, as long as I time skip for a certain amount of time, it will drop it in the zone. That may have actually been a 2-cycle if I didn't freeze it, because even after it hasn't dropped it yet, so good thing I did that. Good thing I did that. Also, my hit and run meter here is very high. This is a mission where you do not want hit and run driving on the way back, because we have to get out of our car to talk to Grandpa at the retirement castle, and then drive to the Quickie Mart. It's insanely difficult to dodge the police if you have hit and run at this point, because they're just going to slam into your parked car or into you, and then bust you. Thank you for the Geo Spyro. Anyways, we have to get the last the caffeine pills away with Grandpa, and then we'll be on our second unskippable cutscene. If anything has to be said, wants to be said, I would go for it, because nice little minute break here.
Maybe these will jog your memory.
What?
For the last
Make sure you're staying hydrated out there.
tell me about the crop circles.
There I was surrounded by Tojo and his
Alright, we
Nazi
have no
henchmen. One
donations
of 'em,
at
a
this
raccoon, as I
time,
recall. It's
but
me
don't
with a
forget
banjo.
we are
Now,
still
I never
raising
reasoned
money
with a raccoon,
for
let
the
alone a
Trevor
Nazi one.
Project.
So
They work to help LGBTQ youth in crisis, ensuring that they know that they are not alone. To donate, click the link, the donate link in the panel below, or use exclamation point donate in chat. And just another reminder that we partnered with Quantum Mousepads to bring you FTLG mousepads. Use code FTLG for 15% off at checkout, plus help support FTLG and get a mousepad at the same time. And for anyone who donates for this marathon, will be entered into a giveaway for one of 3 $50 Australian dollar Quantum Mousepad gift cards at the end of the marathon.
Maybe that will jog Bart's memory.
Yeah, make sure to check it out. Oh, so now that we finished the 5 story missions, we're gonna go on to our stretch of doing the 4 other tasks back to back to back, which is a pretty cool route. I mean, very straightforward. Starting with, that was an incredible park.
Marge Simpson, at your service.
That was the greatest park I've ever done, and that pedestrian went flying.
Page, building.
Starting with Beach Love, I think, okay, let's do this. That wasn't even time skip, that was just 46 FPS for you. I think the premise of this bonus mission is comic book guy is something to do with love. Marge is going to get chocolate and stuff for him because he's not a terribly mobile person. That's a part of the voice line in the game. I think comic book guy says, not a terribly mobile person. There, I said it. Yeah, I don't really know what's happening in this mission, but we go on top of the school roof, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of coins up here. Which are just right in front of us, so we're just gonna grab them, just because. If I had a more optimal coin route, since we do more driving to street races and bonus missions. My what am I gonna say?
Get a Long Island iced tea.
Lost my train of thought.
I could really use a lift. Finally, a little recognition.
I don't even know what I
of
was
my
saying.
value to the town. Don't think I won't
That is
sue.
a certified CTD moment.
Come on, let's get
I forgot. Oh well.
Look away. No, nothing to say. Come on.
We can do this time skip again. Ooh. Can I explain time skip? Absolutely. So time skip is what I just did there. It's a Windows exclusive trick where you played in a windowed tab of the Simpsons hit and run,
Well, that's the
and if you
idea.
alt tab into a different window and tab back in
Little
and put your mouse on the taskbar at the top, when you hold click down, it freezes the game, but your car keeps going. So it's quite very interesting. It allows us to clip through many walls, which we have seen. This is a Windows exclusive trick, and
This is so
the reason why it's called time skip all tasks and level returns, and just not all tasks and level returns, is because time skip isn't allowed on the main boards. It's just since it's a Windows exclusive trick, and it's
shouldn't enjoy that.
since it's just because of that and other reasons, that being the main reason, and it's just like breaking the game in not the intended way. It's just a category extension where all the main categories can be done with it. Although 80% actually does allow time skip. That was actually kind of cool. So this is the Frink race I was complaining about earlier. I actually drove it very well. Even though I drove it very well, look how close Frink is behind me. Do you understand why I say if you make one mistake in this race, it's pretty much over? Okay, I'm gonna go for a turn around there, because we have to drive backwards.
Okay, Marge, stick to the plan.
But yeah, time skip's very cool.
Assault. That is assault.
Also, you may have not seen me do many time skips throughout the street races. Also, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Whoa. Oh, just do it. 3, 2.
This is gaming.
What?
Oh yeah, this something cool I can show off in this race is, for some reason, there's actually only, oh nice, 1,046 coins. That's beautiful. For some reason, there's only one checkpoint. So, if we wanted to, we can just drive backwards every single time, which is kind of funny. Hit this checkpoint. Okay, that checkpoint's very tight for no reason. Like, most checkpoints in these street races, like for the ones you saw earlier, like you're able to drive way away from the blue circle and still hit it. Or I guess there's 2 checkpoints, but there's none on the way through the mansion. It is faster to go backwards if you do a jump zone trick, which jump zone's an entire different topic that we can talk about. I don't think we do jump zone in time skip, unfortunately.
Sorry. Now I
That was such a beautiful line. Oh my god, so much speed. But this game, let me explain jump zone. Flip it. So many of the jumps where like there's like a ramp, like plenty of them are like behind crusty glass and stuff. There's a thing called a jump zone trigger, which makes your car more springy. So when you jump off the jump, your car goes flying more up, you know? But something that the community discovered is if you park your car in the jump zone and either it rolls out of the jump zone or another car pushes it, if it gets out the jump zone without there being someone in it, the jump zone physics remain in the car, which the jump zone physics makes your car jumpy, right? It also gives you infinite acceleration, if not very near infinite acceleration. Or no, it's an infinite top speed. It's infinite top speed. Infinite acceleration would just clock you out the top. So, infinite top speed and a super jumpy car, which is actually used to get out of bounds in the normal gameplay of the last level of Homer 2. It's very cool to mess around with too. Any car can do it, I'm pretty sure. Something other we haven't mentioned is wonky driving. It's just a thing that can happen. It's purely just random, I'm pretty sure. It actually was figured out like over a year ago of like why it happens. It's just something to do with like random activity in your computer, and there's nothing you can do about it. But wonky driving basically just changes the steering of your vehicle. Like, it can either be like extremely hard to turn while driving and super fast when you're not, or quite literally the opposite. If you're going slow, you can't turn it, but if you go fast, it's hard to explain, but who knows, we might see it. Fun fact, it's actually it's a consistent wonky driving Canonero every time if you play the GameCube version and you make it to the level 4, going through the story missions, going through each level by each level. But once again, we're going to do a main menu up here. This one isn't fully focused on the Wasp collision. The reason why we do it is to get the Canonero back, the car Marge spawns with, because there's a destruction mission coming up. We also do get Wasp collisions, but since we're just doing the Wolves mission and the all the street races, we have the Malibu Stacy car, which has the same speed as a Canonero, just better to drive in my opinion, and faster acceleration. It's not good to destroy giant cola trucks with, believe it or not. Oh baby, a triple. Let's go. Nice time skip. Oh my god. This is the Cola Wars, another on-foot mission. Although this mission, you can grab a car while doing it. I think it's actually technically faster if you have like a really good setup to go grab the Canonero. But yeah, running around the back of the Simpsons house and making it to the Cookie Mart area, collecting cola cans. I think I can catch up on the lore here. Basically, nice. So at the end of Lisa, we found Bart, and Bart is like hypnotized, can't speak English. And Marge, while talking to Bart in his bedroom, right while starting this mission, figured out giving Bart a can of cola, which Marge figured out during the cutscene during Wolves, freed his mind, and he was able to speak again. And Bart said that the cola is mind controlling. So now Marge is collecting a bunch of cola cans and gonna go now talk to Apu. Because Apu probably knows who's selling the cola. And Marge is trying to get the cola banned. Because we don't want people to be talking crazy. It's that simple. Here we go. This is Cola Trucks. Whoa. No, I'm not behind it. The garbage truck actually helped so much. Oh, it's one more hit, but that was so funny. The garbage truck slammed it into the pole and it actually did damage. Oh my god. That was hilarious. That's so funny. Traffic actually helping. Amazing. Are you kidding me? Traffic actually ruining everything now. We still got the time skip. Let's go. So this skips the majority of driving compared to going around by the school area. It's why I wanted to destroy the cola truck at that pole, so I can go back and do that time skip as fast as I can. Second cola truck here. See if I can get this back up. Nope. Luckily, since my coin route is very awesome, I have a lot of coins and I can skip a box. Try destroying this. Why are you sideways? What are you doing? What ya doing? Yeah, second truck, I struggle with the fast way of destroying it, but onto the final truck, the third truck. This one, if you miss the strat, it's pretty hard to save it. Strat consists of pushing it into the tree. And then my car got a bad bounce, so... That was bad. Should be able to slam into this. Yeah, not bad at all. Cool. And that's Cola Truck. It's a very difficult mission. I had a scratch on my nose. I blame the scratch. I just drove into a tree. I thought I'd let you know. I just drove into a car. Okay. Anyways, that is the end of level 4. All we have to do is drive back to the Simpsons house, it says. Easy as that. Whee! Uh-oh, we have hit and run. Speaking about police cars, oh no, we have to get away from Chief Wiggum. All you have to do is enter the Simpsons house, and you get away from Wiggum, and you return to the Simpsons house. It's as easy as that. Now we're on to the 5th level, starring Apu. This is a giant time skip. Time skip through this wall. Respawn here. And you're already at where you have to start the mission. If you look at the normal route for starting this mission, you have to drive through the entirety of the map to get to this location. And it's not cool. So that is one of the biggest time skip saves in the run. Especially for just regular ASM. I started driving the wrong way. That was kind of funny. CPS check on that crusty glass. But yeah. Very cool. Let's get money from destroying these cars. So we only need 925 coins in this level to get the things we have to unlock to get past the missions. 500 coins for the car built for Homer, and 425 coins for the American outfit. And we already have over 925 coins, so we're chilling. But after this level, we only need 1,100 coins. 600 coins to buy the Globex for 6.6, and 500 coins to buy the zombie car for 7.2. Yeah, I probably did not want to hit that car because my hammer meter is very high. Very high. Also, Apu's soundtracks are great. I'm not gonna risk going for that box. I mean, I think the soundtracks overall in this game are pretty good. Very good for a licensed game for sure.
Never have I seen such a four-wheel disgrace.
But yeah, we follow this coal truck around the map, picking up all the boxes.
Legitimate businessman social club. Looks like Apu has a Pima Petalon taking on.
We love the Pimp House shirt collector card.
Hello, stereo.
It's so good.
I must admit, the smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor of
Okay,
the hot dog machine.
now we're on to And a Baby Makes 8. Very straightforward mission. Very easy. We just have to escape 2 limos for whatever reason. I think the mob is mad at Apu or something. The mobsters limo, get away from them. Okay, are the collision on this turret gonna be cool? They were! And I got the Wasp shield, that's pretty cool. I'm a little rich out here. Look at my coins.
Clean up in aisle 1. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you in hell.
Now we're gonna buy the car built for Homer for 500 here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna warp back to 5-2. Now that we have the car built for Homer, it's slightly faster than the Longhorn. It's actually a really fast car. I think it has 5-star speed rating. And now we're gonna drive back here and do the car wash race, Millhouse's race, with the car built for Homer.
3, 2, 1, drive!
Something silly you actually can do for this race is you can do it when it's all deloaded out of bounds. So you can avoid the jumps. Yo, thank you for the GL, Spaghetti. Much appreciated. But another straightforward race. This race reminds me of the Millhouse race in Homer 1, the one that we did in the trailer park. Just one big oval, 5 times in a row. Bumpy. Some areas are bumpy, just like the trailer park area. But yeah, straightforward, driving in circles. Not much to say here. Something I can say is this level, Apu, in general, I mean, it's just it's hard. It's a difficult level. It's not easy. There's some hard strats to perform, and just the missions are hard in general. Missing the strats, you can lose so much time. There's plenty of them. It's definitely not that entertaining when you lose your runs to this level. Very unforgiving level. Okay, now we completed the race. We're gonna go into modes and buy the American outfit. So, every other outfit in the game, other than police, where you only have to go 1 to the left after you buy the inmate, is normally it's the first slot where you're we have to buy. American is the second slot, so if you are not paying attention, you will accidentally buy Army. Also, what is this baby van? This baby van ain't it. I'm gonna restart. I want to get a fair attempt. I can go all day on about baby van. Baby van, it's RNG if it drives good or not. That's...
This is not good for my insurance.
nice. Gosh, rat. I'm pretty sure this is good driving. Now, I don't want to crash my game, so I'm gonna pick up some now. I think if you pick around 7 or 8 up at the same time, it can possibly crash the game, which is no fun. But there's actually recently a reroute to have a more consistent strat where we spawn in the car built for Homer, which is required to start this mission at the phone booth, and then trap it at the wall right next to the fountain, which is what we do for NG+. Baby Van's such a difficult mission, we do it first in NG+. In the most optimal route. Whew. This is Kinky Frinky, the bonus mission of Apu. It's hard. I don't know what else to say other than it be hard. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around. Are you... Dude. The reason why this mission is really hard, especially, is because of the traffic in this area. Like, if you're trying to control this, you just ain't. Just as simple as that. See if we can get a big hit here. This mission sucks. No. If this mission is one of the hardest parts of all things. Okie dokie.
300 horses of convenient power.
Why are you going so much to the right? Oh yes, that was actually good. What is happening? What the flip? That was still goofy. May as well get Gazebo at this point.
What in the hell
I do that most times if I'm just over here on the way back. May as well. Typically, you get that during Curator, the last mission.
That's it, Apu.
What am I doing? I am not paying attention. I'm supposed to get right back into my car and drive to the next street race. Yo, that was so slick.
Hey, aren't you
Okay. I'm gonna restart my car. Or restart the mission to repair my car.
6, 12, 1, go!
This is the rough race.
for my insurance?
It's me versus Bart. All the way up to
Oh, come on.
the fire truck area. Or before that,
You have no
by the
chance.
San Rotate, is where we're heading towards. I'm gonna try doing a pretty difficult time skip here, which can blow up my car if I don't time it correctly. Yep, that.
Human crickets. I am a lean, mean, Vindaloosh.
Cool. Yeah, that time skip's pretty difficult to hit. I wanted to try showing it off, but
1, go!
Stuff happens
300 horses
sometimes.
of convenient power.
I think this is also technically possible.
Shiva
Yeah,
smiles
it's
on such
that
behavior.
one's really hard to time
This is
though,
not
but that
good for my
you
insurance.
might be actually able to
It's just
time skip through
between me
that,
and you,
jump
random
through the
object.
glass, and skip that. I got through it, but I got hit to the left slightly. I'm gonna try this again.
Human crickets.
There's just no way. It's so difficult. I've done it in runs before, but that's one of the harder time skips in the run. It's not really that necessary, because you just have to drive around
Just
that
between me
corner.
and you.
But it does save a little bit of time, which time save is time save. Also, Bart is right here.
Color me outraged.
There's a pretty cool trick in this mission that doesn't require time skip, where basically what I'm gonna do here is slow down against the side here,
I am a
and as soon as the
lean,
left of the white disappears of the sign on top is when I hit respawn, and you spawn on the other side. Kinda similar to the one in the Millhouse race in Bart 1, but way more precise of a lineup. The Bart 1, you just kind of have to be sideways next to the wall, and then it spawns you far enough up if you're in the sports car. And probably every other car. I'm not sure about that, though. But that's pretty cool compared to going the long way on the highway. Just respawn there.
Pretty good. Oh, I feel like a ramen.
Now that we're done with that street race, we're going straight back to another street race.
Oh, no.
This is the fire truck race, hosted by Nelson.
Oh, how
Hello, Nelson.
unproductive. Hello, little.
Ignore that guy getting ran over by an ambulance.
3, 2,
We don't talk about it.
floor it, loser!
So I think in Bart 1, during the...
You have no chance.
Is that the Nelson race? Yeah. During the Nelson race, I was explaining a time skip I can do for this race, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to have to explain how respawning in a race works. So compared to normal game, where if you respawn your car, it puts you to the closest road note. In a street race, it puts it at the last known street note you're on. So if I time skip here, which I did not, hopefully I'll be able to show off next lap. Since the grass is out of bounds and not a road note, it's not keeping track of where I am. So if I hit the checkpoints that I need going around in the inner circle and then respawn, it should put me back at the start of the circle where I time skip through. It's a very neat time save. Even without respawning the car, you do a tighter inner line, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is one of the most longest races in the game. I believe it's the second longest race behind the level 7 church race. Homer 2's church race. It's very long. We go up and down the tunnel. Okay, let's see if we can hit this time skip now. I think over here more works. There you go. So, hit that checkpoint, and then the second I hit this checkpoint, respawn the car, and it puts me over here. It can also spawn me like here, I believe. I just like slightly went over to the left or something, but that's a very cool trick. Manipulating the respawn features during a street race. The reason why there isn't that many crazy time skips in street races is because of that fact. Because the respawn only puts you in your last known road note. So you can't just time skip through a wall, go to the next checkpoint, and just respawn on the other side of the wall. You actually have to hit the street sign. But yeah, one more lap of this fire truck race. It's long. I know. See if we can hit the time skip one more time. Nice. And I went back in. No! That's embarrassing. Car is smoking, but not too heavily. Should still be careful. Oh my god, hello. Hello, Bart.
Shiva smiles and
How you doing, Bart? Yeah, my car definitely be smoking. But yeah, finish line. That is the end of the street races.
Right?
Now on to this little piggy.
Hello, famous. Hopefully my store will
Follow
not
the
be
police
robbed
to a
more than
criminal.
4 times while I am driving
To
around.
find a criminal. Insane logic. It makes sense. So to follow the police, of course, we have to follow a trail of donuts. How smart. Nice, we got the freebie. So yeah, this is picking up an items mission, and then a follow mission. Which is pretty cool. Have I gotten 2 freebies already? I am not sure. We'll find out maybe at the police station.
Doing that in the future.
Maybe even if I've only hit 1. I haven't spawned in the correct amount. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Let's just see if we can hit this freebie. Oh, we can. Nice. So cool. Okay. It's the question we've all been waiting for. Everyone's been waiting for this question. Will Tone Dog be on the roof?
300 horses of convenient power.
That's good! Let's go! Tone Dog's on the roof! Classic. Able to get this wasp during this mission. Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, it's just that marathon left. Always getting on that roof and getting that wasp in the marathon run. Kind of tricky to navigate on top of that roof, but I've done it so many times in my runs. I haven't done it so many times as well, but oh, you gotta love getting on that roof. It's just such a cool trick, going on the roof during the follow section and getting the wasp. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I saw my webcam glitch. Oopsie. Anyways, close to the end here. We're following the police to find the criminal. Where is the criminal located? The criminal is located no other than the DMV. Who's the criminal? Of course it's Snake. That's such an easy guess if you know The Simpsons. I gotta be honest with y'all, I don't even know The Simpsons that much. I've obviously seen the TV show, but not that much, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a few episodes. Also, that was a very unique turnaround. It was like sticky. That was weird. But yeah, I don't really watch TV in general that much. But anyways, this is Never Trust a Snake. Garbage truck does garbage truck things. Pretty sure I was pushing it, and I don't think you want to mess with the garbage truck in this mission very heavily, because it can miss a trigger and just start driving in circles, especially not dropping that 4th drop. So if you see the 4th drop spawn, that's great. It's not probably going to get soft locked in that area, but it definitely can. It's happened in PBs in my life before. PBs in my life before. But yeah, picking up a bunch of trash. We picked up 5 trash cans from the garbage truck. Now we need to find trash around the town. That was sick. Yeah. Going around, collecting up here. My coins are insane. We love my coin round. But yeah, I already got this wasp, baby. I got it last mission. Too easy. I don't need any coins. Extra coins. My coins are loaded.
Give me a minute to catch my breath.
I want these coins though.
Hindu coming through.
I can't believe I hit that bend. That was clean. Oh, I'm doing the wrong route. Since we have time skipping, we can just skip the highway section on the way back. It's a pretty cool backup.
Woman, my friends for this.
Forget
I am
the
a
route.
mean Vinganuba
Kinda.
seed.
Definitely wasn't fast, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right?
Whee!
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, I should sleep more.
So typically, you save the last two garbage cans I picked up at that center road for last, and then drive on the highway. But since this is time skip, of course. Also, I was not supposed to respawn there. That was a mistake. We're able to drive through a wall. Dude, okay. Let me explain what I just did there. So typically,
Hurry up or
in
my
all
legs
tasks,
crack
you have the option to buy a limo that can just drive through this wall because of the weird collision. I don't even know why that happens, but you can. But I had that lodge in my brain, so I was about to do the limo setup. That was silly. Oh my god!
300 horses
I
of
messed up the
continuous
respawn. This is silly. This is a never trust a snake of all time.
behavior.
Whatever. You didn't see this.
This is just between me and you, random object.
That's so silly. Okay, this time I'll actually hit it. There you go.
Here we are at the destination.
Everything's deloaded.
My friend,
It's Snake. Okay. Are you all ready for this? Brick skip, let's go! Brick skip, baby! We love brick skip. Low FPS exclusive trick. You're just able to walk into the bricks and it pushes you up. On higher FPS, those bricks will not push you up. I already got that box? Question mark? Okie dokie. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cancel the mission and save the game because there is actually a potential crash on this mission I forgot about. For some reason, there's a small percent chance. I think spawning in the area that I will be doing prevents this, but there still is a chance of a game crash. Doing a time skip through the wall after the armor truck destruction, so it's better to save the game beforehand. Like for a marathon run. You know, just in case it crashes, I can just continue on from before the mission. But this is quick cash. Very difficult mission. Or I mean, it's a mission. The trick isn't too bad once you learn it, but if you miss it, it loses a lot of time, so. Here we go. The idea is to get the armor truck stuck behind the stairs in front of me. Which I do splendidly. Beautiful. So now that the armored truck is lodged behind the staircase, it will constantly back up and into the wall in front of it and behind it, and it won't get out. And it's a beautiful trick. While it's destroying itself over there, gonna collect some coins, so we have to wait anyways. And then we're gonna do the time skip here,
Your misfortune is most entertaining to me.
and wait about here. Wait for it to destroy. Spawn in this area. To hopefully prevent the crash if you spawn in the next area first. And then do the escape.
Good karma.
Compared to driving all the way back to this area. Oh, I didn't get this escape. Well, that sucks. Wiggum will never get me up here. See? Oh my god! That plan was beautiful! Let's not blow up my car. Wiggum actually followed me up the stairs exactly, and they got stuck. Oh, that was actually so fantastic. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
No problemo.
Better hurry. Last time I left this door,
5-head escape.
pornography in the Vital magazine.
Anyways, this is Key Raider, the final mission of level 7. Or of level 7.
You come back
level 5, the 7th story mission. We did the 3 straight races. We did the bonus mission. Let's see if we can get the fast strat here, where we get the curator stuck at the lion statues. Nope. A little off. It's fine, it's fine. See if we can hit the backup here. There is a parked car that we're just gonna bounce right off of. That's really annoying. Great hit for right there. Flip. Oh, this curator's gonna get far. Not good. We're gonna ground pound it.
This is not good for my
Let's go! The ground pound curator destruction.
sir.
Let's go. You're as dumb as a bag of hair, Abu. That was pretty dumb. Like, they started going the way of the driver's side, even though that's not even a thing you can do.
Between me and you.
And then went back, but... Okay. This is Apu cutscene skip. I better hit this.
Perfection. Thy name is Bart.
Oh my god, I thought I didn't hit it. But there you go. 7-1-3. All tasks completed in Apu. Now we are able to move on to level 6. Starting Bart again. We like to call this level Bart 2. Because
Automan.
it's the second time we play as Bart.
Got it.
Compared to Bart 1, where it's the first time we play as Bart. Insane level names, I know.
Oh man, this sucks.
But yeah, welcome to Bart 2. Our first objective is to hop Otto out by picking up the kids and dropping them off at Krusty Lou Studio.
I don't remember this being here before.
I don't remember why, but something I do remember is Otto calling Bart something quite funny. Bort license plate card. You gotta love when you get the Bort license plate card. Wait, I just thought of something really, really, really stupid. What if I do boat bus boat jump during this mission? This is routing. No! That was... If I actually would have hit that, that would have been the goofiest routing known to human. Maybe. Not really. I mean, how bad would it be? I mean, the school bus acceleration isn't good, but... It'd be quite funny if I actually did hit that.
Have a cow, man.
But I do think that the timer is global, so I have to get to Krusty Lou Studio in time. I didn't have time to do... Maybe I had time to do one more shot, but...
And sound.
That's the end of the first mission.
Give it up for America's bad boy. So tired.
We're gonna kick Kearney to get him closer to where we have to talk to next. You know, you know. Talk to Barney.
Barney, where's
What is going on, Barney?
Bart Simpson at your service.
Okay, what we're gonna try here is getting into the Krusty Lou coin room. Got it.
Eat asphalt eaters. Ow,
And just get a bunch of these coins during the follow section and back out. It's a very awesome strat compared to getting it on foot later into the run. Since you're doing it during a follow section anyways, you have to wait for the card to get to the next location. It's just a brilliant spot to get those coins, and there's just so many of them. It's kind of precise to get that bounce. Kind of a little tricky. You definitely gotta practice it a little bit, but it's beautiful to get those coins. Now we have to race Krusty's limo, which seems pretty easy, right? But this Krusty's limo, if you mess up a little bit, I mean, it's gonna zoom past you and just win the race. Not alone to give the fact that also when you hit the Krusty's limo, especially on lower FPS, it is possible to get a kiss of death, which basically puts your car to one-hit kill, or maybe even a little bit more, or a little bit less than that, but it can damage your car very heavily. There is a backup though, where you can actually do this race backwards. It does lose quite a bit of time, but I do know a runner that likes going backwards in that mission. Shout out to Kane, California, of course. Also, nice Millhouse.
Millhouse.
Was he still flopping around? What the flip? So my car was smoking there. I'm gonna do the safe strat of restarting the mission again to heal my car. Now, first street race of part 2. This is the Millhouse race. Just have a little under 2 minutes to do 2 laps of this course. There's a pretty cool time skip I can do here. It's a little hard to do. It's a little window gap. Kane might actually be crying right now. I mean, I didn't do the backward 6-2 route. They love the backward 6-2 route. Oh, some good driving. Okay, let's see if I can hit this time skip. I just had the perfect lineup. You're just able to drive through the other end of it if you're in the inside, which is pretty cool. But that one just prevents you from going around like that little tiny corner. It's actually probably harder to save time doing that time skip just from trying to maintain the speed from getting out of that little tiny shortcut, but it could potentially be faster, but it's not realistic, but it's something cool to show off. Not every day you get to see a time skip in a street race just knowing the respawn physics of it, how the respawning works during a street race. Let's go for it again. Hey, that was good. That definitely saved time since I actually swerved to the right there. Wow, that wasn't a rainbow on my splits. I think driving to Millhouse was a bit slow. Hitting that twice and both of the respawns were actually pretty good. Or the game. Okay, can we take a moment to not appreciate the traffic in this game sometimes? Most of the traffic cars have like a little tiny pixel you can hit on the side of it, and that's just an example of it. You know, optimally in the speedrun, you're supposed to park as close as you can to the person you have to talk to, but flip it. We got more height, we're gonna park far away. Okay, this is the Nelson race. Homer can drive surprisingly well in this race. I also theorize that Homer has consistent wonky driving or tilted driving. If you just look at the way he drives in this course, it does not look like how the 70 normally interacts. Especially when it gets flinged into the air here, sometimes. Speaking about getting flinged into the air, the Globex sometimes likes to do wheelies like that. The reason why the Simpsons Hit and Run is a beautiful speedrun is just because the sheer fact of the craziest like bounces and launches and just the physics of the cars can be so hilarious. I mean,
Hey, you were supposed to eat my dust.
examples like in Homer 2, like we use the zombie car's goofiness to launch out of bounds, even without getting jump zone for the Mission 7-2 in the main route on the higher FPS. If you just get enough speed, it's just a naturally jumpy car.
You cheated, cheater.
Like the zombie car is fun to mess around with. Like you can literally just drive around hilly areas, and sometimes it will just spring up. The Globex can also randomly spring up. It's actually happened to me before on the drive back to Set the Kill, where I went flying into the air, but it's extremely hard for that to happen. This game is just beautiful just because of the the unpredictable nature of just how the game runs. It's fun. Okay, 2 straight races down. Gonna do some more story missions before we do the other bonus mission and street race we have to do. This is Lab Coat Caper. Very entertaining mission, obviously. So much to do, so much coins to get. This mission is so cool. Want to know a fun fact about this cool mission? In the route, you only pick up Vens while following the hover car. You don't pick up a box or wasp in this mission, in the route, in the main route. So it's only vending machines, and you can get like up to 5 of them, which is pretty cool. Something that's not entertaining about this mission is Frink's AI behavior. Frink, we don't like Frink sometimes. Sometimes Frink gets stuck. And sometimes Frink goes in circles. So sad there's no boxes in this route, actually. It's a pretty cool fact, though. Get me and Frink. So we picked up the vend at the casino, we picked up the other vend at the casino,
Take it.
we're picking up a vend here, we're picking up a vend here. Vends everywhere. Vend. Vending machine, vending machine.
I didn't do it.
My coins are absolutely loaded. We love the coins I get in all tasks. See you later. See what Squeaky Voice Teen has to say.
Need a calorie hit, my good man.
For the health conscious, try our new chocolate salad.
Chocolate salad. I mean, I don't know what to say about chocolate salad, but chocolate salad. Okay, I'm gonna try not failing the mission. If I didn't crash into that wall, I could have possibly went for that vend over there to the left. Another vend! Insane. I'm going for this card for the culture. Let's go!
Within a game. Oh, this is too cool.
Don't fail.
Cool.
We're good. Okay. This is duff for me, duff for you, baby. It's a mission. Let me tell you. It's a mission.
No problemo.
This is the final hit and collect mission of the run, actually.
You
Fun fact.
got it.
So, we have to collect 6 boxes from a duff truck that spawns at the Duff Brewery. Who would have thought? That was weird.
Eat my dust,
That's a pretty cool
dust
time skip you can do to skip that corner. Have I mentioned the fact that time skip is cool? Because if I haven't, oh, let me tell you, time skip is cool. Do silly stuff like that. Okay, let's see if I can get this duff truck stuck in the main strat. That's plenty speed. Just direct it into the corner. Don't get out. And there you have it. 3 drop, 4 drops, 5 drops, and that is 6.
It's time for some
That's something annoying that can happen, but
Simpsons style.
as long as the duff truck moves out the way, it's fine. I got the shield. I don't need any more coins for this run. I can get no more coins in Bart 2. The cool thing about all task in Homer 2 is since you can get so many coins during the bonus mission around the Cookie Mart area, like there's just vending machines everywhere, and like coins literally on the ground of the paths of it. Also, that was a rainbow duff truck. That was pretty solid.
Take that.
I don't think I've mentioned the fact of the cursor existing on the screen, but yeah.
I'll educate
The way
you
time skip
into it.
works is that the cursor is on the screen at the top bar, so I'm able to click the game and
Oh, this is too cool for
freeze it and get
school.
time skip.
Fire in the hole.
I didn't do it.
It just drove right through that. You know what? Fair enough.
I'll educate you a new one.
Eat my dust, dust eater.
Nice.
Fire
Good
in
backup.
the hole. Take that.
This is a fun backup.
My butt hurts.
I'll educate you a new one.
Is it fun?
Oh,
We're gonna do another ground pound. Never mind. I'm like, we're gonna do another ground pound for the fans.
Now, show the poop
Watch
butt.
Skinner just
And if he doesn't believe
rolling
me,
along the road over there. Got exploded out the car in that corner. What a silly existence.
find
What
a
a
hay.
silly principle. So silly. Okay, this is set to kill. If you ever played this game as a kid, there's a good chance you never completed this mission. It's a very difficult mission if you are unaware of what to do. So, the timer, if you collect every stand like you're supposed to, no matter what, the final stand you pick up, you get 50 seconds to get back to the Krusty Loo. To get back to Krusty Loo. So in the speedrun, we're just gonna skip some. There's even a faster route where you basically do the route backwards, but it's extremely tight, but... Since we have to drive and get those... We're taking the same path of those laser packs anyways, we just skip them. Because it makes sense. And it gives us more time to get back to Krusty Loo, but... Even as simple as skipping this laser stand, can give you more time to complete this mission. And there's also an insanely useful boat respawn trick you can do. on the way back that skips you from driving around the giant boat. So just knowing stuff like that, this mission becomes a lot more easier to complete. What is the Simpsons Run doing? We love the Globex supervillain car. It's a little silly. That respawn won't work, so I'll just drive around. It's 2 to the left, I think. Don't you listen to me, I'm a maniac. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go for boat jump on 46. That's funny. That is the average boat jump on 46 FPS. Just kind of drive over the pole, kind of. Okay. Got 36 seconds to make it in front of me. Wow, I did it. And that is set to kill.
Oh yeah, I totally rule.
Now we only have one more story mission left, but we haven't done a street race and a bonus mission yet, so we're gonna work back to 6-4, which puts us right next to the Ralph race.
3, 2, 1. I did it. I counted
Let's go! Ralph counted! The game is complete, basically. I mean, who cares about the main story? The real main story is the journey of Ralph figuring out how to count. Can we get a clap in the chat for Ralph figuring out how to count? Quite literally, the story we all love to see happen. Alright. But yeah, the street race, we're racing Homer. We're going back to Krusty Lou Studio. The routing here is pretty smart because at the end of this race there's a phone booth, which we're going to want to switch to because the bonus mission we're doing after this is a destruction mission. So, very smart routing to do this after. And of course we can't just respawn here because the way how respawning works in street races, it puts us on our last known spot, not the closest, so gotta drive through the shortcut. But yeah, that race is very easy if you just take the boat shortcut like I did.
Perfection. Thy
But yeah.
name is Bart.
The street race ends right next to a phone booth. We're gonna go and select the Cannon Arrow. And then warp to the last mission, but just
Let's roll.
hop in the car and drive to the bonus mission. Last thing we have to do before the final story mission. Now this bonus mission is annoying. It's just tricky. Level 5 and level 6 bonus missions just kind of suck. It's kind of hard. So the idea you want to do for this first car for Wiggum is stop them right here and then keep reversing them into at least something in this area. Whether it be this pole, the construction truck over there, or the wall next to the stairs. Why? Whoa! Wiggum started driving underneath me and then they actually just somehow blew up. Wait, that's like so fast actually. Oh, if only I ran to the phone booth faster. I got stuck on the pole. This is some good pace going into the milk truck. So now that we destroyed Wiggum first try, we gotta go destroy a milk truck. Great starting damage. So we want to get some starting damage there, and then we want to get a good slam into this building right here. That was not a good slam. I want to hit more sideways into it, so I'm gonna have to do some more damage. There you go. Now it's one hit, slam into the wall. That's the best segment. Like even with that kind of mediocre milk truck, that is my new best milking the pigs for at least my time skip all task splits. Who knows for my actual time skip? I mean for my actual all task splits, but yeah. This best segment by 4 seconds. Cool. On to the final story mission. Before we head on to the final level of the game, Homer 2. We played as Bart for the second time. We're going to be playing as Homer for the second time.
Bart Simpson at your service.
Ba 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 do do do. Any rock hop? Oh, I tried. It was a very terrible attempt. I should have started off to the left, but you can actually hop over those rocks. It's pretty cool.
Whoa, wicked. Boy, I oughta.
You know, I've driven into many walls this run. I'm not proud of myself. One more boat jump for the one more time. See if we can hit it. Oh my god, the physics of the board walk literally just shifted my car to the left. Nothing I can say other than that. But yeah, we're able to do the respawn now since we're not in a street race. Making this race so much easier. As long as you remember to go back and hit the checkpoint to win the race.
And the crowd goes wild.
Let's just pretend this is supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to skip that. This is a good water break anyways. If the host would like to say anything, got about 40 seconds of this cutscene I accidentally missed. Pause too late.
And our ratings will rise to levels unseen since the heyday of evening shade.
Oh man,
I
that's
kind of want
really
to sit
cool.
here and vibe to
I
this
mean, oh
cutscene.
no,
I
I
love
hope
it.
the plan fails. Who am I kidding? Zombies eating brains? Oh, this is gonna rock.
Fair enough.
But great runs so far.
Thank you. 713 complete. So yeah, as you saw from that cutscene, it's too late. The evil cola has been entered, has been placed in our water supply. People will go mad, and their ratings will rise. Rise. Blah blah blah. Evil, evil. Blah blah blah. Anyways, we're playing as Homer again. That is super cool, and everyone's zombified now because of the evil cola that everyone's been drinking in their water. So, everyone's zombies now. And something other than that, another fact being, in the loading screens for each level, it actually says what day it is, so every level is on a separate day. And this is actually on October 31st, which is Halloween. So, it's convenient that the evil water supply taking over everyone's health. Same day of Halloween and everyone's zombies. Who would have thought? Very interesting concept. But yeah, this is the first mission. The least crazy mission in the story missions of Homer 2. Homer 2 is a broken level. Like, if you take Timeskip out of the equation, like, you know, just being able to drive through walls, and all that stuff, you are able to get out of bounds for every other mission in this game. Other than 7-1, because you don't need to go out of bounds for 7-1. You know, you could go out of bounds for 7-1, but it'd be very slow, but this is a very broken level, and it's very fun. And Timeskip just makes it even faster to get out of bounds. Anyways, this is the first street race we'll be doing in Homer 2. What you're supposed to be doing is, here, I'll give you an example. The idea of this race is you're actually supposed to take this fire truck jump, whee, and go around, right? This is what you're supposed to do. But there's only one checkpoint, and it's much faster to go into the off-road. This area counts as off-road too. Hit the checkpoint and respawn from the last point you're on the road, so that saves a ton of time compared to doing the fire truck jump. That's super unnecessary over and over again. Just doing that. Pretty cool. Now on to a bonus mission, the final bonus mission of the run. We gotta help out Smithers. Completing this mission will give us the Mr. Burns level, but unfortunately there's no destruction missions in Homer 2. Other than destroying your own car into a laser beam, but so it's kinda useless in this run. I just wanted that vend because I kinda need it. Now I just need one more vend and I'll have enough coins because there's a bunch of coins on the way to get this last item. So yeah, like I said earlier, we only need 500 coins to get the last thing we need. Oh wow, I didn't get the time timing toaster. I'm going back, baby. We got the time travel toaster. I'm at 499 coins. Oh, now I'm at 500 today. So now we are able to afford the zombie car, which is required to start the next story mission. But that's the last bonus mission. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, that would have been cool. Okay, next street race is the longest in the game. I said it during the fire truck race in Apu, the second longest race in the game. This race is not only the longest, but one of the most annoying races. The racers will actually block you, and it's kind of tricky, actually. It's hard to predict their paths in some spots. I feel like I need to practice this race more often if I want to get even better times, because the way that these cars behave, I mean, they always seem to be wanting to get in your way. Oh my god, I'm jumping, I'm crashing everywhere. I can't even blame the other racers on that. I'm just playing bad. Oh my god. But yeah, very long race. We're only halfway done with the first lap. Now we have to drive all the way back to the school. Quite interesting. You start the church race at the church, but the finish line and where you start is at the school. Even though there is a school race where you start at the school. Just both races start at the school, even though the church race is located here to start it. Just a little interesting. A little interesting. We like things that are a little interesting. So they like to go over there. I feel like I should make notes of what they like to do, because sometimes I forget if they like hang on to the right of this road on the way back or left, or I don't know, but all I know is this race is long and I'd rather not do it, but hey, it's required because this is all task, not some task. Driving along. I don't know what to say during this mission. I can just say, you know what? I love this speedrun. It's the very first game I speedran, which immediately got me into speedrunning in general. I did my first run in June of Toy Toy, and it's still my favorite speedrun to this game, just due to just the amount of layers and just how it's just sick to run. I would heavily recommend it, obviously. If you are in any way interested in running this game, of course this game has a PC release. You can also play on the OG console versions, PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox, which I play on GameCube occasionally, but any interest in learning this game, highly recommend joining the Simpsons Hit and Run speedrunning Discord. So many amazing runners in there, willing to help out, set up the run, learn the run as much as you want to. So many guides, so many people that are willing to help, and just a great community overall. We like to have a yearly ASM tournament, which ASM is the main category, just all the story missions, which any runner can participate in, which is pretty cool. Plenty of other races, so this run is very easy just because all the resources to pick up, and in my opinion, very fun. Will I cry with a new game to run? This is a great speed run. Really annoying about so this is just a side rant. Most games' main category is any percent, right? This game's any percent consists of skipping like almost 80% of the missions, because there's a feature in the game where if you fail a mission 6 times, on the 7th time it gives you an option to skip, and that's not really that much fun. And also, a mission fail counts as restarting the mission, so you just restart the mission 6 times and then fail it. And a lot of the missions you can fail by just simply getting out your car. So
you're saying that there's hope for me to speedrun this game, man?
If you want to constantly restart a mission a bunch of times and just mainly focus on getting the coins, yeah, go for it. I mean, it's
menu percent. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of menuing. You do have quite a bit of gameplay though, focusing on getting a lot of coins while you are playing the game, since you're playing the game less opportunity to get coins. So. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I am
I wouldn't recommend starting with any percent, but hey, if you don't care about the menuing, I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
I do have to say though, the graphics are pretty good considering it's from 2003.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if the mod launcher slightly enhances the graphics or not. I know there's like an actual HD mod, but I'm not. I think it's pretty, like, even like without using the mod launcher, this game on PC's graphics is just way ahead of its time or something like that. I'm not too into the graphics, but yeah, it looks great. We do use a mod launcher to launch this game because it kind of is a game that doesn't like running on the new Windows and stuff like that. And also, if you have a good PC and you get high frames, this game is not good to play on like over 200 frames. Like, the physics of the car is super wonky, and like the tiniest hills will boost you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna go for bridge clip here with the assistance of time skip. How do you miss bridge clip with time skip? There is an actual backup here, if I can hit it, to get out of bounds. Nice. This is an interesting backup, but it exists. If you don't... You can also do time skips earlier before the bridge, but I found that kind of wonky. So you can just do the same clip as we do at the, I may have gone to the right. I almost just killed the run by almost launching too far to the left. Wow. But the reason why we go out of bounds there is to keep this area despawned, so we're able just to leave. Typically, the power plant's loaded in here. Oh yeah, this is actually a super speedy we do in the run by tilting the car. The game gives you infinite speed if you tilt your car like this. And you're able to go extremely fast. That's supposed to take like 20 seconds longer. So that's very cool. That's a rainbow. Coming up to the final 4 missions of the game. This is 7-4. Compared to running to the school and keeping everything deloaded, we can simply just time skip through the grocery store to get back out of bounds to return to the power plant. Well, the second half of Homer 2 is basically just constantly going back from the school and power plant back and forth. That was a really bad attempt. But should be able to time skip through the corner of this grocery store. No! Flip. This is one of the harder time skips in the run as well. Kind of an awkward angle. And once you get through, your car can get tilted in a way where it just doesn't drive good at all. And okay, what is my issue? I am failing this time skip. This is like one of my least favorite time skips, and I don't even go for it in full runs typically. It's a little silly. There you go. And my car is fully flat, so I'm able to... The possibility of going through that time skip if you do it in the wrong angle or slightly wrong location is your car is like tilted on the side and it moves super slow. But anyways, we're back at the power plant. Now it's time to climb up the power plant. A little bit of parkour. Basically the last platforming part of the run. Of course, this part's supposed to be kind of frustrating because if you don't make these jumps, you have to do them all again, but since I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times, no issue with me. Also, something else is, on low FPS, you actually jump lower. So, jumping up that tower is actually harder the lower the FPS you are on. Very interesting. Okay. This is the first waste mission. We're going to be doing this time skip another time for the last mission, but basically we're going to be able to time skip through this wall like we tried to do during 4-3. I don't know how that didn't work. That's a little concerning, but... Okay, I'm messing up the timing. I'm just gonna restart. Even though I could just grab the wrench. I don't know. Probably would have been faster to grab the wrench, but... Since I'm on low FPS, I can also show off the non-time skip way to do this if you have the open wheel race car. This is what I normally do in regular all tasks, but you can't do this on the higher FPS for some reason, but since I'm on low FPS, if I just line up here and reverse, the car will just climb up the wall. Oh, I have to fix my webcam. I'll do that once I'm out. But yeah, that's a low FPS exclusive trick. On high FPS, your car will not attach to the wall. Okay, let me do this. Speedrunning fixing camera. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. That wasn't too slow. I had to reset up time skip going back into the game as well. But, yeah, my camera freezes sometimes. I need to get a new one. I've been needing to do a new one because it's been freezing for like well over a year, but it goes on periods of where it gets bad and good. Anyways, 2 more missions to go. This is 7-6, which will be almost completely done out of bounds. We're gonna have to go back inbounds to activate an alien car, but drive back out of bounds from the school, respawn by the alien car, hit the trigger to activate the alien car, and then time skip it back out of bounds. So we're gonna head towards the yellow marker on the minimap, respawn once you see it. We're at the power plant, believe it or not. That's how fast you can get to it. And we're driving back to the school. So what's supposed to happen during this mission, like, in the casual player, is supposed to, you know, drive through the entire map to get to the power plant to pick up the waste, and then drive all the way back. Also, the reason why I'm respawning over here is so I'm at the correct height to talk to Grandpa next. If I just drove straight into the beam, I would be too high to talk to Grandpa. But, yeah. There are ways to get out of bounds. My webcam is not happy, and it froze. You know what? It's the final mission. I'm not gonna fix it. We get the freeze cam for the last part. This is the final mission. Starring Grandpa's car. A really easy car to get out of control. It's a very hard car to control, and it's really fast, but we have to go back, activate the race. The race is all the way to the power plant, but how would you guess it? We're already all despawned out of bounds. We're already out of bounds already. And we'll go for this time skip. The power plant door variation. Oh, I got it, but I blew up the waste. So a backup you can do here is actually kicking Grandpa to get the hit and run. Okay, let me retry. I want to do this. No! No! I fell all the way down. I didn't jump on the car. Oh my god. Why? That's so embarrassing. No, I'm fixing the webcam. Nah, I don't care. I'm sorry. Webcam's not coming back. Okay. The webcam died. I have to unplug it. I'm not gonna do it. This is finished run. What a disaster. I accidentally fell out of bounds. And now I don't have time skip. This is the worst way to finish a run. Okay, let me get time skip. There you go. And that is a bouncy physic that we don't want. Okay. Third time's a charm. Third restart. We got this. I'm just gonna go for the safer time skip then. That might not work. Oh my god. Can this car not wheelie as well? This is such a disaster. What the flip? This is the worst way to end it. I'm just gonna do the same time skip we did for 7-6. Oh, this is so annoying. This is not the way you want to end a run. Everything going a disaster. Everything becoming a disaster. Okay, here we are. Hopefully this is the final time we actually pick up the waste. See if we can actually hit this time skip this time without blowing up the waste. Nope, okay. So we'll go for the other time skip. When everything falls apart at the end of the run. That is so annoying. Whatever. We just go for this. Oh my god, that was too late. Try this again. Actually, this one's harder to do. I'm just gonna do this. I need to finish this run.
Back in my day, we called sandwiches flat Freddy. They cost 4 playing cards a bite.
There you go. Okay. Now I'm gonna take it nice and simple. I'm gonna slow down a bit, make sure I don't crash into any invisible wall. Okay, I found the road I have to be next to. Luckily, we're able to spawn the alien car from out of bounds, and timing will be coming up after I escape the alien car. We're going back to the laser beam, and as soon as the mission complete text disappears, is when you call time. Once I enter the beam, and the mission complete text disappears. That is The Simpsons Hit and Run Time Skip All Task. No level returns. Timing ends in 3, 2, 1. GG. What a run.
What a run, GG.
Thank you very much.
Base cam, we don't need it. Great run overall. As we watch the aliens completely get destroyed.
Absolutely. There you go. Webcam is back. Anyways, thank you so much,
Welcome back.
FTLG Marathon, for having me. I will be back tomorrow for my final run of Mario Kart 8, but make sure to join the Simpsons Hit and Run Speedrun Discord if you have any interest in learning the speedrun. So many people there to help out. Great game to run. I highly recommend it. If you're interested in what I do, I speedrun mostly daily at twitch.tv/crazytonedog. Same username. Variety speedruns if you want to catch me there. But other than that, make sure to donate if you can. Thank you so much for having me. And that was a good run. That was fun. I had a lot of fun. Frustrating end, but fun.
Alright, everybody, we will be back very shortly with another run. We will see you in a few.
See you then.